Oh, hey, hello. This is a slight disclaimer. This video has been a year in the making, so stuff that has happened now is probably a little outdated on this video, but pretty much nothing has really changed. It took me a long time to get this part 1 out, obviously, because 1, I'm lazy, 2, stuff happens, 3, you know, you just kind of get distracted. But I was able to get this first part done, so please enjoy. As teased from the return video, we took a look at Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, a game that tested my patience. I went the wrong way. God! From constant loading jitters.
Good job, superstar.
It's not working, it's lagging! Security bots. You have to get caught by those guys so they can call the bad guy to use, which annoys you because they're fucking everywhere. Put more faith into your AI of your actual main robots. Like these crashing. What the fuck? And so long since I've been in this area. Frustrating mechanics. Gotten where to go. Freddy! 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 Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to the beginning. Five Nights at Freddy's. What is it? Okay. Let's not go documentary about this. For those of you who have somehow never heard of FNAF.
Hey! What the fuck is that?
Here's a quick rundown. Five Nights at Freddy's, aka Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, is a pizza joint with giant animatronics, like Chuck E. Cheese or Showbiz Pizza Place. Everything is hunky-dory, right? I mean, you are just a night security guard watching the restaurant to make sure no burglar comes to steal the secret formula. So everything's alright. Right? Nope, not in Scott Cawthon's eyes. Scott Cawthon is an indie developer who was down on his luck with unsuccessful launches. Then, an idea arrived. Five Nights at Freddy's was his last-ditch effort to make an impact. And boy, it did. Five Nights at Freddy's was a huge success, spawning toys, merch, 23 books, 11 games, and an unlimited slew of fan games, and even an upcoming movie. Needless to say, Scott Cawthon was rolling in the dough, and if we're honest, he deserved it. Five Nights at Freddy's was an awesome horror game at the time, truly a revival on tension and dread that horror games at the time were missing. Not to say it was perfect, those jump scares did get pretty old after like 3 times.
Disappointed!
But what it did was effective. Even going back and playing the original games put me on edge just over the soundtrack alone. But what is so scary about Five Nights at Freddy's? Well, the basic answer would be, well, the robots just want to kill ya. But what makes Five Nights at Freddy's truly scary is the why they want to kill you, aka the story. To make a very long, overstuffed story short, told in secret Easter eggs Nazi zombie style, William Afton, aka Purple Guy, was a normal man until he went insane over wanting to live forever. In order to achieve his dream of immortality, he resorted to making a pizza restaurant with animatronics designed to kidnap children so he can kill them and harvest their inner essence? I think at least it's suggested in one of the books, but it's still a bit of a mystery. From there, he would stuff the bodies in the animatronic suits, which caused the children to hunt the suits trying to kill you, the security guard, because Afton would be dressed as a security guard or a golden bodysuit to lure the children. In his rampage between each game/restaurant, he gets cornered by the children he slayed. In a desperate attempt to escape them, he hops into the same golden bodysuit he used to lure them to scare them away. But the suit's inner spring lock system snapped. Spring locks were basically locks for the actual robot skeleton that is under the suit, snapped on his body, killing him, and from there he haunts the suit.
So, hey! You remember back when I told you to go fuck yourself, and you didn't? Oh, I thought that was a very clever choice, you know?
Blah blah blah, time goes by, he burns up and is now in a forever torture hell made by one of the children. Then the company that owns the pizzeria makes a horror game to capitalize off of the, quote, lies from the game developer who made FNAF, aka Scott. From where there is a virus of William's consciousness that takes over someone's mind, which leads up to now. Ugh. All that exposition is making me sick. How does MatPat do it? I may have gotten a few things wrong, so I'll put links to the videos I watched to make this very, very short summary of the story. Now, from all the clips that you've seen from the story spill, the FNAF games on gameplay terms have always been in a small room with next to no movement, with only a few buttons to keep you alive. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach changes the franchise in a huge way by turning the game into a free-roam adventure horror. But was this a good thing? Yes and fucking no. Don't get me wrong, at this point in the franchise, there were 8 games that were all pretty much the same. Sit in a room, click the buttons. It was simple, but effective. But those who weren't mega fans were starting to get tired of the same formula, which is understandable. So it was inevitable for FNAF to go from this to this. There's just one problem. This kind of gameplay takes more time and effort. It's a very delicate process that takes only one line of code to mess up. Same with the old formula, but not as severe. Anyone with a good understanding of programming, how to make a video game, and even the program itself and the right mindset could crank out a FNAF game, no problem. But this takes more people and time to get it right. I mean, you have to program the camera to move forward with your flashlight, the flashlight beam, and your arm, for God's sakes. With all that said, did this game pull it off? Let's dive in. I started the game excited to dive into my first review, watching the first cutscene, confident that this playthrough would go smoothly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fazbear Entertainment would like you to put your hands together for the one, the only, Freddy Fazbear.
But I already ran into 2 issues. Yep, this game doesn't have an FOV slider or runs at 60 frames per second.
This by default is set to just 0. I've locked mine in at...
Wow! The game starts off with our main mascots getting on the main stage for their performance. Chica, Montgomery Alligator, Roxy, and of course Freddy Fazbear, aka Glamrock Freddy. Unfortunately, Freddy has a sudden malfunction, causing him to collapse, sending him back into his room, where he finds out that the main character, aka us, Gregory, is inside his chest cavity. What is wrong with you?
Shut up!
Who said that?
I did. And down here.
Down where? I still do not see you.
Okay, listen. You were sleeping, so I opened the hatch and climbed inside.
Better.
My stomach hatch? That place is reserved for oversized birthday cakes and piñatas.
Trust me, it's just as weird for me to say it than you hearing it.
Isn't there some other way for you to communicate with me besides talking so loudly?
Take this. It is a novelty Freddy Fazwatch.
Oh. Yeah, that's not... I'm not gonna go there.
It is me, Freddy. I will escort you to the main entrance. However, I am unable to leave this room. You should have no problem. There is a button on the wall that will open the door to the back room. I will make it accessible to you now. Well done, Gregory. There is an open-air vent inside the maintenance room. You will have to climb through the ventilation system and release me from the outside.
Okay, sounds easy enough. Let's just get started. Oh, God! Why is my game jittering? Is my computer not powerful enough? Oh my God, what is happening? This is another problem I had to deal with. The game is very poorly optimized, to the point that the game needs to take a second to load every area before every single or damn
So, there is a vent in this maze that leads to the Monte Golf.
time. Luckily, I wasn't alone on this issue. People with almost 10 times the more powerful PC than I do had the same problem. So it's not just me. People with more powerful graphics cards are having problems. How do you... Oh no. And consoles had it way worse. It was running at 15 frames on PS4? That is shocking. Whatever. I'm being picky. I can deal with this. After I go into the system to fix the FOV and frame rate. Link in the description below for how to fix this issue on PC. You're welcome. So after going through the vents and finding the paths needed to get to Freddy, we're on our way to the exit by using the Disneyland underground tunnels to skip half the journey. It's at this moment that Freddy feels something is wrong and tells us to hide in the first aid station.
I feel that something is wrong. I am taking you to the first aid station.
There's no time. I'm fine.
This is where we are introduced to Vanessa, the security guard who's looking for us.
Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown.
Officer Vanessa, I do not know how I got here.
Well, you totally blew it tonight, you know. Your system crashed and you ruined the show.
That's why they have it
Services
zoomed
have you on
in.
reduced power.
Look at that.
As a safety precaution.
Woo!
One more thing to deal with.
I apologize.
Okay. Look, we're like 15 minutes from closing and some kid is sneaking around backstage. If you see anything, notify me immediately. I already alerted the others.
Jeez, someone's brave around a 6'7" robot that could probably tear you in half without any struggle at all. After that little interaction, Freddy informs us that from his malfunction, he unfortunately didn't charge all the way.
I am terribly sorry. The recharge cycle had not yet completed when I found you. You must continue without me. I will guide you on your fast watch in case you get into any trouble.
So for the next in-game hour, he'll be sitting in a charging station, guiding us with his sweet voice. Can I just mention real quick that the voice acting is stellar? I mean, they could have gotten a silent protagonist and just have everyone phone it in, but at least in this department, they actually gave a shit. This is when we're introduced to our first hint of survival horror.
It's Chica. Maybe I could distract her with something.
Simple, eh? Well, don't get used to it. We'll come back to it. Blech. Got scared by a door.
There you are!
Hello. No, don't lag. Oh no, we got chased by Montgomery Gator and we're stuck in this office.
Well done, Gregory. You found a security office. You should be quite safe here. The doors were designed to keep our highly trained security staff safe in the event of an emergency. As long as the doors stay closed, which they will, as long as there is ample power.
Heh, that's a nice callback to the original game, while also becoming a neat game mechanic.
Connected to the those boxes on your mini-map are nearby security cameras. When movement is detected by the camera's motion sensors, you should see red alert icons. Switch between the cameras to find a safe path out of the office and to the main lobby.
We made it a little too late because now we're fully locked in the Pizzaplex and must find another way out.
Initiating nighttime protocols.
No! Wait, I'm still here! Now what am I supposed to do?
How unfortunate, Gregory. You missed your chance.
Oh my
But
god.
there's still hope. You should be able to escape when the security doors reopen at 6 a.m. Until then, keep moving.
Also janitor. It's weird. So these are moving fine, but that one's kind of... Unless it's done on purpose, then I guess that's cool, but still. After a few minutes of fumbling around, I find myself in a daycare? Okay, yeah. Let a Pixaplex robot take care of your 2-year-old. That'll go well. In this area, we meet Sunman Moonman, who introduces himself gracefully. That's a new guy. We learn 2 things from our interaction. 1, he's we need to have lots of fun and...
One rule! Keep the lights on.
Easy enough. Let me just grab the security badge and out. Ah, damn it.
No! Why would you do that? Lights on! Lights on! I warned you! I warned you! Naughty boy. Naughty boy. It's past your bedtime. You must be punished. Nighty-night.
I'll have to give the game credit on this guy when he becomes Moonman. His voice and in general and how his demeanor turns into almost like bloodlust really unnerves me. Chica for a second. Where is he? Oh. This section has a notorious bug that was there since the beginning of the game. At least for me, if I was wandering for a certain amount of time, my game would crash. What the hell? What the fuck? All caused by this statue right here. Now to beat this section, you need to switch on all of these generators that for some reason are placed all over the jungle gym that is meant for infants. But because these generators are spread around a jungle gym, you'll have to search around a bit to find them. But after a certain amount of time of searching, my game would crash. Speaking of which, saving is a little different instead of the normal save system where it saves at every checkpoint. You need to save at these save stations that aren't completely safe, a la Alien Isolation. This way of saving is a nice touch, in theory. More on it soon. After getting the power back on, I was desperate to get out of there before the game crashed on me again. Fucking Foxy. After getting the power back on, I was desperate to get out of there before the game crashed on me again. Sunman bans me from the daycare.
Rule breaker! Rule breaker! You are banned from the daycare!
And to add salt to injury, he calls security and out of nowhere, everyone spawns in. Including Freddy.
Jump in. We need to get out of here now.
But I thought you needed to charge. Hey, Nito, if I get inside Freddy... wait, no. Shit! The other animatronics can't get me. Oh.
Go upstairs. And do not worry. They cannot find you while we are together.
Whew. We made it. Just don't mind the bunny-suited lady walking by with scary music and a film grain on my eyes that hurt my actual eyes.
What was that?
That is a fountain. A fountain is a decorative reservoir used for discharging water.
Not the fountain. You didn't see the dancing rabbit lady right in front of us?
No, I did not. There is no rabbit at the Mega Pizzaplex. Not anymore.
From here, we are directed to go to the center plaza, from where I will need a map that Freddy will graciously mark on my Fazwatch. Oh my god.
Hi, please take this map. Take a map.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please enjoy.
Fuck you. This is basically the main hub of the area that you may get lost if you didn't have Freddy marking the map for you. This was another problem I ran into, where Freddy wouldn't mark down on my map of where to go next. Because of this, I had to navigate myself through the Pizzaplex, completely blind. Yay! Because Freddy is a dick, I escorted myself to El Chips where, hey! Oh, it's one of Scott's original games before FNAF. I think it was actually this character that inspired Five Nights at Freddy's. In here, I need to find another security badge.
Well done, I'm Gregory. You are in the East Arcade. You should be able to get to the prize counter through the security office. Look for the door with the security badge symbol on it.
Freddy, it's not opening.
How unfortunate. Head past the Superstar Arcade wall to the back of the arcade. There is a roll-up door at the very back which leads to the prize counter.
Have you noticed anything yet? Notice how boring the events of this game has been so far? Well, sadly, you're gonna have to get used to it, because the game reveals one of its most damaging flaws. This game is nothing, literally nothing, but fetch quests. No kidding, this game is the most repetitive walking simulator you'll ever play. Almost every incident or problem that you need to solve requires you to A. collect a MacGuffin, B. fix a MacGuffin, or C. nothing. There's nothing else that you do but A and B. B and A. Because of this, I slowly started to descend into madness. I got into the security office after searching for 7 minutes for a vent that was hard to find. As we collect the badge where we have to play a very nice callback to Five Nights at Freddy's 1, where you need to close the doors to keep Roxy and Montgomery out. This was nice. Okay, we're safe now, and...
All done. See, that was not so bad.
Run, not as bad! Okay. Looks like they're gone. We're safe now.
Prize counter. The fire escape is in the VIP.
Don't stop me, game! Woo! I'm dead. Hello.
I can help.
No, thank you. I said no, thank you! We just need to return to Elchis with no prob. Hope I'm going the right direction.
You found the fire escape. Unfortunately, I do not think there is a way to reach it without becoming a VIP. It is not a very good emergency system. You are lucky there is not a fire. I have lodged a formal complaint.
Freddy, the doors are all locked. I can't get out of here.
Get to the elevator. Find a safe path on your fast watch.
This is where I found another fatal flaw with the game. If it wasn't enough with Freddy not marking stuff on the map like he said he would, the game will give you an objective, but from there, you're on your own, buddy. You will constantly be lost, trying to figure out where to go next and where the hell you are. It doesn't help either when characters just give basic answers of where to go. Ugh, for God's sake. A few context clues would have helped this game so much. Freddy could have gone, Gregory, you're close. Maybe look around and see if there's a vent or something. Or even Gregory could have said, no, this door's locked. Maybe if I go around to the right, I might find something. Okay, maybe not that obvious, but just something. Anything. I get this game not holding your hand, and in fact, I appreciate it. But imagine if Phone Guy from Five Nights at Freddy's during his call went, also, before I hang up, there's a new animatronic we brought in recently who works differently than the rest of them, but you'll figure it out. Needless to say, you would probably want some answers.
Before I forget, there's a monster in these woods that if you don't do a certain action, it will kill you. Any questions? You.
Yes. Could you give me a clue?
Good luck, soldier.
How am I supposed to fight this thing?
After searching for a while, I finally found a way out when Vanessa somehow catches us and locks us into Lost and Found. Ha! Oh.
Free map. Free map.
Move! Gotcha!
Hello.
I'm trapped.
I'll bet you think you're real clever, Gregory. Yeah, I know your name. You're in big trouble. This is not the night to be wasting my time. So, you are going to wait right there in Lost and Found until your parents or the police arrive.
Ah, lovely.
Are you having fun yet?
No! No! After escaping the Lost and Found, I'm notified that I need to find Freddy. So after searching for 6 minutes, we find Freddy, and he ain't looking too hot.
Freddy, are you okay?
There you are. I was so worried. I waited and waited for you. I missed the hourly recharge and have been trying to get down to parts and service. I think something is wrong.
Is there anything I can do?
Help me get to parts and service.
Of course I will. How do we get there?
It is down under the main stage. Normally the stage lift takes me down there after every concert. That is really the only way I know how. Use that door behind me. It will take you to the rehearsal room on the other side of the building. Look for a backstage pass, then find a way to turn on the lift. Good luck, superstar. Entering rest mode.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Once we arrive to the rehearsal room, we grab another security badge and a performance disc.
Old.
Gregory? What did you do? Something happened. I can communicate again. I think you fixed my signal. Thank you.
But I thought you were too low on energy to move.
I can see you on the monitor. I didn't think you could stand up.
Consider it a second win.
You can't just do that. That's not how it works. Oh hey, look, it's another kinda callback to Sister Location, where you shock the animatronics to get them away from the doors. Oh hey, Freddy is here. Well, that was fun.
Down!
Freddy!
Activate the lift.
Wow, you were really excited for how low your battery is supposed to be. Oh. Apparently this disc that we found is exactly what we need to get down to parts and service. After a good 25 minutes trying to get down to parts and service, we find a charging station. But Moonman takes Freddy, who just lets it happen without fighting back at all. I mean, look at his eyes. He's awake. He's on. Why don't you do anything? Oh,
Hi,
fuck
please
you.
take this map.
We chase after him when we find a naked endoskeleton who works differently than the others. My eyes. This game's really poorly optimized. Oh boy, it's one of those guys. Whereas every time you look away, it moves, but as soon as you look, it stops. A la Doctor Who. Also, a la Joy of Creation! This section right here, this... Okay, I'm sorry, I lost my mind there for a second. Okay. This section here is very annoying, as this section is absolutely spammed with these endoskeletons, which wouldn't be an issue if the hallways didn't look so similar to the point where you get lost all the time. And when you get lost, there's 13 of them running around and you can't keep an eye on all of them! I grabbed a security badge and then go back to parts and services to hear this conversation.
I found him earlier and locked him up in Lost and Found.
That is great news. He can be returned to his parents.
He can't. Turns out, there's no record of him.
How unfortunate. If you reattach my head, I will go look for him now.
His name is Gregory. You know how I know that? His Fazwatch kept repeating it in your voice. Gregory, are you there? Gregory?
Vanessa, all the Fazwatches sound like me. It is the default voice option.
If you're part of this, you're scrap. Monty will run the shows until Parts and Service can slap your casing on the new endo. Hang out here for a while. I gotta find that kid.
Vanessa, do not leave me like this!
You have a lot of power for just a security guard. Freddy's head is disconnected, we put it back on, and I mess up and try again.
Freddy is all patched up and ready for the big show. You may now exit the protective cylinder.
It was after this moment that I realized I can upgrade Freddy by destroying the other animatronics and taking parts from them.
Freddy, check out these pictures. Chica has some sort of special voice box. Roxy has new eyes. And Monty was given better claws. We have to get these. We can upgrade you.
Gregory, those parts belong to my friends. I would never do anything to hurt them.
What? All they've done all night is try to hurt me. They get what they deserve.
There must be a good explanation. They are not capable of hurting a guest. None of us are. It would go against our programming.
Promising, right? Spoilers, don't hold your breath. It's from here I need to get into Chica's room, but I get lost and wander because this game gives you the where but not the how! I realized that the screwdriver that I got near the beginning of the game was what I needed to get into Chica's room. Wow, I really thought I needed that in the future. I get into Chica's room and grab the party pass and then die after because Moon Man spawned on top of me and now I have to do the whole thing again. I'm given two choices, either unlock Monty Golf or Phaser? Phaser.
Fascinating.
I decided to go with Phaser Blast, which, trust me, was a good idea. We head into Phaser Blast after doing a little jig, where we are put into a capture the flag laser tag game? Wow. Oh my god, actual fun is to be had here? These blasters are so dangerously fun! I beat the match and get lost for a bit. Where the fuck do I go? I get a golden blaster. Oh, it's right there. Okay. To which I find an open vent, to which I follow it and find Vanny's hideout.
It looks like a hideout.
Vanny. It is very similar to Vanessa. And also Bunny. That cannot be a coincidence.
No fucking shit. I save the game and have a bit of a brain melt. I am not having fun. It has its moments, but when those moments are gone, they're gone. This game gets so boring at this point. All you're ever doing is fetching more things to get to the other thing. It was so boring that I actually started speedrunning this game just to get it over with. And that is the last thing you want your game to become. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach makes progressing feel like you're going backwards. But I will give credit, though, to the blaster, because it is the most useful thing this game will ever give you. If you shoot either Chica or Roxy with your blaster, they get stunned for about 8 seconds, giving you time to run away and hide. Good job. I decided to go destroy Chica first, but we need to go into Bonnie Bowling and find Monty's Mystery Mix. Monty's Mystery Mix is a sort of sauce, I guess, they use on their pizza, because apparently this robot loves to eat it. How? Whatever. This section was one of the most mind-numbing parts for me. So I thought I was screwed for a second. You know what would have been kind of a cool thing if they kind of just added this? It would have been kind of cool if they added so you could actually, like, play around. So let's say, like, I come over here and, like, you know, I play a little bit of bowling. Or I go over to the arcade machines and I play a little arcade. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense, and it'd definitely be like, why do I have the time to do this? I have, like, a bunch of people chasing me. I have the security, I have Vanny, I have Veronica, I have all the animatronics chasing me. Why do I have time? It would have kind of done that, but at the same time, it would have been kind of cool. Please take all Monty Mysteries mix to the frozen ice cream storage behind the bowling alley. So it's behind the bowling. Oh, Shadow Bonnie, that's cool. It's weird because it's like you see all these things, you collect these collectibles. Safety check. It's weird. There's so many like little nooks and crannies of like, oh, remember this? Oh, look, you remember this? Like, there's really like nice callbacks to everything. It's not like obnoxious callbacks like in the Star Wars sequel or anything like that. At least with the first one, where it's like, remember the lightsaber? Don't you like our movie because we have the lightsaber? Like, this is actually like nice. Like, I can see like this just hanging around. Like, why not? You know, like they just find it. They're like, yeah. I mean, it's not. It's kind of creepy, but you know, we'll put it up. Whatever. It's just kind of sad that there's so much love and care and dedication, but it obviously kind of went a little, what would I say, a little too far, I guess I'm trying to say. You know, there's a few places they should have really, you know, done, you know, a little bit more of a polish, you know? Like, it kind of feels like a cyberpunk. Well, cyberpunk is, I think, at least good now. I hear all about it because, you know, it's all fixed and everything. That and the show is really awesome. I really recommend the anime. But still, like, it kind of feels like they were so excited about the fact that they're working on this that they kind of forgot to really focus on the big parts of the game. Like, does it run properly? Do you stutter every 5 fucking seconds when you're walking into a room? Just those little things that could have used a little more of attention to. A nice little horror kind of open sandbox adventure. That's cool. But then you have moments like these where you're just sitting around, running around, you have no idea where the fuck to go because the game doesn't tell you exactly where you're supposed to go to! Are you kidding me? I've been looking around for 15 minutes, it was right here? He said it was behind the bowling alley. He didn't say it was like behind where the kitchen is. Maybe it's I'm gonna watch back and if,
It said there is a bag of Monty Mystery Mix behind the bowling alley. Chica goes cuckoo for Monty Mystery Mix.
Behind the bowling alley. Let me show you what is the bowling alley. That is the bowling alley. That is the kitchen. He says behind the bowling alley. This is the bowling alley. That is the kitchen of the bowling alley. Behind the bowling alley. I go down into the kitchen and put the bait in the trash compactor, from which we actually get a very satisfying cutscene. Wait, what? Okay. Ah, nice. Ooh. Oh. Ah, yeah! Oh no! Yeah! That felt good. That is progress right there. That right there, you see that? That is progress. That is what you should have been doing the whole game. Not fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest. I rip out Chica's voice box Doomslayer style and try to find my way back through the underground sewer system. Oh cool, I find a generator that'll help me progress, where we can find... What? What?
No. Don't even try to walk out of this.
I can't,
No.
man. I can't.
You,
I just
after
can't.
2 fucking months, you're seriously gonna walk away and
Okay,
puss out?
I get it. It's just I'm halfway through the game and it's just half too much. I can't take it anymore.
Stop it. You're not walking out on
I
this.
can't. Just give me a minute. Okay, just give me a minute.
Oh, you piece of shit. I got him.
What are you? No! I don't wanna.